You know, sometimes when you find that little gem, or I didn't find it, but when you come across that little gem of whatever it may be, this is that gem for motocross games. This is Motocross The Force. Never heard of it before, never played it before. A couple people, 2 people in particular, were asking me to check this game out. One person was asking me they've been asking me for a while to play or find the worst motocross game that I could. Well, I didn't find this game, but it's got to rank up there. I don't know if it's the worst one ever. It's really weird. It's a bad game. All right, there's no way around it. It's a bad motocross game, but it's so bad that it's almost kind of fun. You know, there's those bad games where you're just unhappy about them. You're really unhappy. You think it's a terrible game and you don't want to play it. This is like that really bad game that's kind of fun to play for really no apparent reason. I think because it's so... here we go again. People complain about the physics in all motocross games, but these physics are whack. They are wonky. They are so weird. You have to use the keyboard, actually. I don't think you can use a controller. So I was using... What was I using? I was using the the arrow keys to kind of lean the bike and whatever, and then the WASD to move the rider and stuff. So that's basically all you had. Spacebar, pause. They have the funniest, the weird thing about it, well, not the most funny part about it, but one of the funny parts is they have the bikes in the game. They have like a CRT50, a YZ, or a CR125, YZ125, a KX125, and then I think they have like a KTM or something like that. So they have all the bikes in the game, and they look really close to the actual brand manufacturers. They just changed like a small thing, like the Yamaha. They just changed the little logo a tiny bit. Otherwise, it's practically exactly the same. So you want real bikes or more realistic ones? Well, this guy practically threw in realistic bikes in the game. It's a very generic motocross game. You get into the game, you get to choose the bike. You have like 5 or 6 different options, and then you get to choose your rider. Generic. You have 5 or 6 options. You have like basically the orange, the blue, the green, the red, and the yellow. Gear, it's all the same. And then you have a list of tracks. You have a whole bunch of list of tracks. If you hit escape, you can just load into different tracks instantly, seamlessly, without really having to go to a different load menu or anything like that. The load times are really quick. It's like, I feel like whoever did this game was trying to make a simulator. I don't know why, it just kind of feels like that. The way, because you crash really easy in the game. But the funny thing is the bike is way overpowered for the way the tracks are built. So almost always you're carrying too much speed into the jump, and you overjump it. Or, I mean, like this, I think it's almost like he intended you to roll that first one, which I think we do eventually, or maybe we don't, I don't remember, and then double out. So, and also when you crash, if you have like a small crash, you get back up a lot quicker. If you have a really big one, like you case this huge double and go flying, the bike goes flying across the map, it takes a lot longer to get going. So I feel like he was making this not as a joke. I feel like this was, and I'm not poking fun at the guy, okay? I mean, I can't make a video game, so he's better than I am. But I think people think that this is a joke. I think they think that this game wasn't to be a real game. It was just meant to be a joke. It wasn't to be taken serious or anything like that. I am 100% sure that whoever made this game, and he might not tell you that now because it's like the butt of motocross jokes here, but I feel like it was supposed to be a sim type of game, but the physics are so weird. I don't care. I don't care if you want to be that guy that says, oh, it's practically Supercross Encore. Alright, you can be funny, but we all know that it's not the same thing. You're just, it's a joke, okay? We get it. You're funny. But this is floaty, unrealistic motocross physics. And I think, see, look at that. Come on, man. It's like we're on a trampoline. Everything's made of rubber. It's bad. And then you can like lay the bike down, and turning, he like jars his front end into whatever's there, and then you sometimes wall ride. So you get on a lot of these tracks for some reason are cut down. I think it's because he wanted to have you jump over the track sometimes. A lot of the tracks, everything feels similar. There's nothing that doesn't feel similar. I don't know how many tracks are in the game, maybe 10, 15. I don't think there's quite 20. I think there's some free ride ones. There's really no boundaries either. I guess that's kind of like MX Simulator. I'm not trying to compare the two at all, but I don't know. It's Motocross The Force. If you have PC, you can go download it for free. I don't know if I have the link right offhand. Someone gave me the link in one of the other videos. I forget who it was, but I guess thanks. This was something different to check out. I really don't know I don't know what else to say about it. This is off topic because I wanted to do this and I've been meaning to do this in the last couple videos. If you happen to be watching still, can you type in the chat 73? I don't say why, don't say anything, just put a 73 in the chat, nothing else. No other comment, just a 73. I'm curious, and I don't want you to say anything else because I'm really curious. If you talk to anyone that does YouTube, for the most part, I'm sure there's some people that are exempt from the rule, but if you talk to anyone on YouTube, for the most part, your average view time on your channel is lower than how long you make your videos. So I'm curious, by you putting a 73 in the chat without saying why, it'll kind of give me an idea of who's watching past I think my average is about like 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes. So, you know, I'm making these 10, 15 minute videos, but we're only averaging like 4 minute view time, which means a lot of people are dropping off sooner than that. So if you can, I'd appreciate it if you can put a 73 in the chat so I know that at least you got to this point. So thank you for that. If you can, even if you don't comment ever, if you just watch the videos, if you never like the video, never comment, I would really appreciate it if you could put a 73 in the chat, or not in the chat, in the comment section, because it would let me know that, well, you're one person that can at least get past the average for whatever 4 minutes and whatever seconds it is. So just a little thing I kind of wanted to throw in before we actually finish this video. But back to the game, I think everybody should go play this. I think you can appreciate a good motocross game after you play this, because this is atrocious. It's awful. See, look at this. We're kind of just like, you know what the arms kind of remind me of? The arms, I don't know if you remember, but back in when MXGP2 came out, I don't know if it's still like that. When you played multiplayer in MXGP2, your arms, if you were watching the other rider, were flapping up and down, like wildly. For some reason, that's the only thing that I could think of when I was playing this game. When you turn, because he kind of twitches his arms one way or the other really quickly, and, you know, it's just whatever. That kind of reminds me of that. The side-to-side motion, as far as I can tell, just because we're analyzing this game a little bit, I don't think you can whip. You can, like, rotate the bike sideways, but not actually really turn it flat. And then holding back on the back arrow was basically the brake. And I think we're going to huck this jump right here. And I think we landed. I don't think it's a big deal. I'm pretty sure we don't crash. Sometimes like that, you just get really out of control. And then you spawn wherever the bike lands. So I know one of these times, is it this one? Yep. The bike goes flying on the other side of the wall here, and that's where we spawn, and then we have to get back to the other side. I don't know, I think our average lap time was about 3 minutes. I think it's kind of hard because I'm looking back at this on my video editor. I didn't play it live, and I don't know, some people want to see live, some people don't mind me just kind of talking over it later. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm fine with both. The post commentaries are, not that I'm trying to cut a corner here, but they're almost easier for me. I don't know, I have no problem trying to, it's not like I'm writing something down here and reading off a piece of paper kind of what I want to talk about. I'm just going with the flow, and, you know, I have my general thoughts about whatever we're playing or whatever we're talking about. So I don't know. Also, you can let me know what you prefer, if you prefer the gameplay and then me talking afterwards a little bit, or if you prefer the live and whatever. I also can't stand the button clicking, and the way I record my videos, there would be tons of keyboard clicking on this one because I don't have a controller. If I have a controller, it's not a big deal, but I was like mashing the arrow keys because the game was complicated and annoying and whatever. But if you want to see more Motocross The Force, make sure to leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments. I kind of doubt you do, but I have the game, so we can do more. I don't plan on it. Most likely a one-time video. I don't know if the video gets, if you made it this far, if the video gets like 200 likes, we'll do another one. Otherwise, this is a one-time video. I don't know what else to say besides go play it, because everyone should have the experience of playing this game, which could possibly get titled the worst motocross game ever. I really don't know. I think there's worse ones, but this is definitely one that's up there for the award. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately, and until the next video, take it easy.